Hey guys, so I'm sure you're here because you wanted to know what the heck I did to my hair. So yeah, now it's kind of like this purpley pinkish magenta fuchsia color. This is what I have right now. So I am going to talk you through the process, but first I need to say that I'm not a professional hairstylist. A lot of people assume that, but I'm not. So everything that I do is through my own experience and my own research. I'm not a professional when it comes to hair at all. So my hair, I really wanted to color my hair this summer, like really bad. I wanted to do some fun color, but I feel like it's really hard to color curly hair. If you want to go permanent, it's really damaging. It took me a long time to figure out what I wanted to do and what route I wanted to do. I ended up coming across these Color Brilliance Brights by Ion. This is a semi-permanent hair color, cream hair color. You don't have to mix anything, you don't have to do anything, you just apply it straight from the tube to your hair. So the two colors that I got were this Radiant Orchid and Magenta. So this is kind of like the magenta color, this brighter color that you guys see here. This is the magenta, and then the rest is the radiant purple. I thought the purple was going to be too bright, but I think it actually works out, because I think if I got the regular purple color, it wouldn't work out as well. I do have to share though that I put the highlights over my already blonde to light brown highlights. I didn't put this over any dark pieces because I know it really wouldn't take very well. So I skipped the whole bleaching part. If you don't have highlights, I don't know how well this is going to work. Or if you don't already have light hair, I don't know how well this is going to work. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did it, but it's pretty easy. All I did was just apply it straight over my highlights. I let the hair dye sit for about, first round I did 30 minutes. Then the second round I did an hour, but it kind of really didn't make a difference when it came to the color, to be honest. In the end, it all looked the same. So a little bit more though about staining, or about semi-permanent hair color. It's basically a stain, so it's a lot more healthier for your hair if you want to use color in your hair. It's just basically a stain. It sits on top of the hair. It doesn't penetrate. It doesn't do anything like that. So it's a little bit more forgiving on the hair. And you can still get a really fun result, kind of like what I got. I'm expecting this to last me about a month, maybe more. But after what you guys see here, I used only one tube. Of course, I have a ton left of this magenta color because I only put a little bit. But I still have a lot of purple left, so a little bit goes a long way if you're going highlight route. So I can always use more to touch up if I want to keep it. But I plan on trying this out. Like, I wish I did this earlier in the summer, because then throughout the summer I could have done funner hair colors. But who knows? We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any more questions, leave them down below if I don't address them in the video. We're going to jump into the tutorial, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. And let me know what you guys think of this hair color, and I will see you in my next video. So I'm going to start out with sectioning my hair. I'm just going to focus first on the front section of my hair. And if you guys are wondering, I did do some test strands. That's why there's already some color in my hair, if you guys can see it. So I definitely would recommend doing that first, though, to see if it's even going to take, if you should even be wasting your time or your money. Do some test strands first to see how it will look. So I just sectioned my hair off first, and I would totally recommend making sure that your work area is well covered, because this is a stain and it will stain, okay? It'll stain your sink, your floor, you know, make sure you're really being careful. So all I did was just straight up apply the dye to my hair, nothing really too fancy. I did use foils here, but then I ended up just not even using the foils. And also, to help things be a little bit more neater and clean, what I ended up doing was using one glove to apply the dye, and one glove I kept clean, and then I used that to separate through my hair, if that makes sense. I'm not doing it here, but it totally made things a lot more difficult doing it this way, so just take my advice. And also, I just wanted to point out that you don't want to use any products that contain a lot of oil. In the description box, I will share what hair product I've been using since doing this, but oils will break down the dye and it's not going to last very long. So What I did was just use one product that really didn't have that much oils in it, and that's really what I've been doing. It totally works out. And another thing that I wanted to say was this is totally going to bleed when you wash your hair because it's a stain. It's not really penetrating through your shaft or anything, so you definitely want to keep that in mind. So don't be like, oh, why is this running? I'm not gonna have any hair color. No, it'll stain, but it'll keep running as you keep washing your hair, and that's also why you want to limit the oil that you put on your hair. So after though, I did rinse with cold water. I kept this in for, I told you, about like 30 minutes to an hour. And then, oh, here I'm adding the magenta after I applied the purple, just to kind of keep it a little bit more organized. And I didn't want the gloves, you know, to transfer the color, so I also switched gloves. And that's that pink color that you guys see is the magenta. But yeah, it's going to bleed down your sink. It's going to be messy, but just a heads up. And then I rinsed with freezing cold water, and then I applied this after color treatment. And this did help stop some of the bleeding in the shower, but I mean, whatever, it's a stain, that's what's gonna happen. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I ended up adding some more highlights, so keep updated with me on Instagram, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.